I do is I bulk the tooth up on the die first. I use this instrument so I can get a lot of wax on it at one time, and it stays hot for a long period of time, and the way I control the flow is I blow on it while I'm putting it on there.
It's fast.
Okay. Go ahead and flow into the interproximal areas. Start putting my cuss tip in. Triangular ridges. Add on in between.
Did you learn with that instrument?
Yes.
I never even thought to use that one. Have any of y'all used that? It seems so much faster.
Same thing on the lingual. Proximals. Cuss tip. In between. All right, the incisal edge is like a little bridge. Tooth to tooth to tooth to tooth all the way across. Same thing right here. Looks like my incisal edge looks pretty good. Right where it should be. Go ahead and add to my interproximals.
That's a sneeze.
I can't tell if it's cough or sneeze. That's why I just like.
My guy should be sneezing.
Small sneeze.
Okay. My tooth is there. All I gotta do is carve it now. I like to carve. Open my inner proximus. Open the inner proximals, I go with the tooth, with the instrument like this, because that's the perfect shape of what my inner proximal should be. All right. Same thing on the back. Same thing on the lingual.
What do you think is the most common mistake students make when carving?
They want to put anatomy in right off the bat. The last thing you put in is anatomy, especially all this chicken scratch up here. The last thing you do. You want to have enough bulk that you have all your line angles. Put all your line angles in your basic shape. And when you do that, the tooth is, all the shape's going to be there, and the last little bit that you got to do is your anatomy in here. And when you all start doing these molars, they're going to want contacts for the exam. You're going to have pinpoint contacts in certain areas. So you carve your anatomy, you shape your tooth, you carve your anatomy, and then you go, and that's after you stamp this. I'll show you all how to do a wax up on these molars when the time comes. You stamp in that occlusion, and then you carve the tooth. You shape it and you carve it. And the last thing you put in those contacts, you take a little bit of wax and you drop a little wax on here. Hopefully the tooth is out of occlusion. Until you start putting your contacts in, and the way you do it is you add a little bit to a triangular ridge and close it up until you got that contact, and then you go to the next contact. And you start from back here and you work your way laterally, and that's how you're going to put that anatomy in. Okay. Go ahead and get your interproximal shape. You can see the interproximal of this tooth has a little tiny groove, just the right size of that carver, right there. Boom, look at that. Isn't that perfect? Right there. Same size as the tip of that carver. Right there. Right? So I work from my buccal cusp tip lobe. This goes towards the mesial shape, and this goes towards the distal. So I'm going to work my way towards the distal first from that cusp tip. Everything's rounded off, nice and rounded, okay? Same thing towards the mesial, nice and rounded. And I'm putting a lot of pressure on there because it's just taking that wax off nice and easy, right? Leaving that nice, robust cusp tip alone. Right? Maybe I put a little bit too much wax right here. I'll shave this back a little bit more. Right. Same thing on the lingual. Go from that cusp tip towards the mesial and a little bit towards the distal. Get that little lobe back there on the lingual. Just round that off a little bit. To make my groove right here, the same way I made the groove on the front of the central, I take my instrument and I go in a little circular motion. Little tiny circular motion. That makes that little groove, all right? Let's make that little groove back there. Yeah. Start looking at my shape. This canine looks like it's indented in a little bit. And over here I'm a little bit too robust. So I'm going to indent it in a little bit. working from buccal cusp lobe into my distal area. See, that's a little bit too far out there. Maybe a little bit too far out sizeably. I'm gonna round this off a little bit. Give me a little groove right here. Round this off a little bit. Got a stocking?
You got yours.
And that's about it.
How long was that? 11 minutes. 11 minutes.